Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. Today we would like to present about PAD101 presentation. The topic is how Ministry of Education manage issue of teaching of math and science in English. Introduction. In the early 2000s, the Malaysian Ministry of Education noticed that many students were struggling with English. This became a serious concern because English is widely used in important subjects like mathematics and science, especially in fields such as engineering, medicine, and technology. To help students become more confident in using English, the government introduced a policy in 2003 called the Teaching and Learning of Science and Mathematics in English, or PPSMI. This policy requires all schools in Malaysia to teach these two subjects in English. The main goal was to give students early exposure to English in technical subjects. This was important so they could compete better in the global world, especially when pursuing higher education or future career that use English.
How to managing the issue of planning? First of all, we have to know the definition of planning. Planning means setting goals, knowing what resources are available, and deciding on the steps to reach those goals. In education, planning helps improve teaching quality and student learning. It makes sure all actions are organized and support the country's education aims. So, how to managing this issue? Planning is very important when solving problems in education. In the case of teaching mathematics and science in English, the Ministry of Education MOE must make sure the change is done smoothly. This includes helping teachers get ready and making sure students are not left behind. How MOE handles teaching maths and science in English? The Ministry of Education MOE takes several steps to solve problems with teaching maths and science in English. First, teacher training. MOE trains teachers to speak better English and teach better. Teachers join courses and workshops to help them improve. Secondly, teaching materials. MOE gives out books in English and Malay. They also use online tools and videos to help students understand better. Thirdly, school support. Teachers get help from other experienced teachers. MOE checks schools and gives support if needed. And lastly, help for rural areas. MOE sends good teachers to rural schools. They also give some extra tools and devices to help students in remote areas learn better.
Organizing. What is organizing? Organizing defined as a plan that involves organizing towards as a group to achieve the goals and objective. Organizing is a goal-oriented process which aims to achieve it through good planning and coordination between activities. The most important management function which coordinates the works of employees, acquires resources and combines both according to the company's goals. Importance of organizing. By giving clear rules to each department's tasks like making the curriculums, training teachers, and providing materials can be done properly. Secondly, good organization helps schools, teachers, and officials work together smoothly. It made it easier to plan lessons, hold trainings, and give out textbooks on time. Lastly, it also helps the Ministry of Education tracks progress, get feedback, and fix problems early. This improves the way students learn and helps the program success.
The government want to encourage the use of English in the national education system because he found that students who study science in Malay later had problems obtaining profession where English was required. One of the many issues that have emerged since its adoption is the wish to switch the two subjects back to Bahasa Malaysia because Malay educationists and nationalists believe that Bahasa Malaysia was country official language. The government concerned for the country human capital development, which aims to bring it up to the standard of a developed nation and prepared for competition in the age of globalization, justify the decision to switch the language of instruction for science and math from Malay to English. Two initiatives have been initiated by the Education Ministry to improve maths and science instruction through the use of English as the teaching language. English in the teaching of mathematics and science (ETEMS) and the dual language program DL
5.0 Control National Education Policy. The Ministry of Education MOE set policy for the medium of instruction in key subjects like math and science. Then, shifting between language to improve global competitiveness and English proficiency. Controlling definition. Controlling is a management function that involves evaluating, perform, engage, establish standard and implementing corrective measures as needed. Importance of controlling. Controlling is essential to achieve the goal outlined in the Malaysia Education Blueprint 2013 until 2025, which has led to significant change in the educational landscape. Problem solving approach. The MOE established support system to improve math and science instructor English proficiency with pilot program for specific student group to ensure effective implementation.
Conclusion. First, need for instructional change. Mathematics and science educators recognize the need for change and respond positively to it. Second, language-related challenges. Teachers face challenges due to their own language limitations and managing students' language development in relation to science and math subjects. Support system. Existing language support systems are not fully meeting teachers' need. Importance of English proficiency. Teaching science and math in English should not be left to chance. Poor English proficiency can negatively affect both teachers and students. Policy and program suggestion. Policymakers must implement measures to support English instruction. Program implementation. Language programs should not be limited to English language specialists. Limitations of the study. Small sample size limits generalization. Future research recommendation suggest studying students' reactions, reception, and performance regarding changes in science and math instruction.
That's all from our group. Thank you for the watching. Bye.